and the challenges that shape us all. Loud, funny, real. The voices of experience from athletes, educators, advocates, and everyday warriors are all right here. This is where community comes to talk. This is The Michael Graham Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the Michael Graham Show. My name is Michael Graham, and tonight we got a very, very special show. One of the premier figures and one of the community advocates. I mean, this guy does it all for his city, man. And very good guy. I grew up with him in the Boys and Girls Club. I remember playing in the Boys and Girls Club, and we needed another player, and he was the player that they picked from number 11 during the time I was playing for number 4 in Southwest, and they picked him because of his leadership, and that leadership has basically, as of today, he's still a leader. He's still a leader. But first, I want to introduce you to my host. His name is Bobby Kinzer. He's the author of the book, The European Experience, The Other Side of the Hoop. Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
Hey, Mike, what's happening? I'm doing great, man. Look, I'm looking forward to this today, man, because this is the incomparable, the world-renowned Miles Rawls. Ain't no other commentator like Miles, man.
What's up, Bobby?
Hey, what's up?
Glad to be here. How y'all doing?
Great, man.
Hey,
So
Bobby.
good.
Hey, Bobby.
You try to put his glasses on like mine, Bobby. You see?
First of all, guys, Miles and Bobby, I want to give a shout out to Lawrence Moulton. We lost him today, and I'm still sort of like, that's wow, that was unexpected. But anyway, Rawls, thank you for being on, man. I really do appreciate you, man.
Anything for you, big fella.
Yep. So, you've done a lot for your city. Not only that, you spent years in the military, in the federal government as a police officer, and then you take over this summer league basketball that been around for years, and just to keep it in your neighborhood, man, to give back to your people. I mean, man, I applaud you, man. And you always will be my hero.
Hey, Bobby, when they give you that intro, that mean they need something.
Yeah.
He'll send me a text.
But he ain't lying, though.
Yeah, he's going to text me a little later, say, how you like that?
But Miles, he's not lying. Miles, your reputation.
Good? You got $10?
Miles, your reputation exceeds you, man. I'm telling you, man. You have put so much joy into so many people, man. And there's so many questions I want to ask you, Miles, because you've been around. But Miles, can you give us a little background though of your background? Because I don't think everybody really knows your full background.
Bobby, I grew up in the Berry Farm housing projects. My family moved there from Northwest when I was born in 1962. Wow. So I bleed Berry Farm. So graduated from Ballou High School, class of 81, and
Blue Knights.
Yeah, we were some trash. We were trash.
What year you come out, Miles?
I came out in 81.
Ooh.
Yep, came out in 81. Worked odd jobs here and there, man, until I decided I needed to do something better. So I decided to walk out my door and walked in a military recruiting station, and I joined the Army in 1983. Spent 12 years as an infantryman in the Army and got out in 95. Wow. After 12 honorable years. I come back to my hood that summer of August of 95, looking to play in the summer league. And when I got down there, I come up in the alley and people just sitting on the curb, and I don't see nobody the gates are wide open. Mike, nobody playing no ball. I'm like, what's going on? What a summer league? Man, ain't nobody want to run it. I said, what? They say, man, you run it. I said, well, it's too late this year to run it because it was already like the third week of August. I said, but next year, which was the year 96 I took over, I said, I got it. And that part of it was just year to year, man. That was a year to year. I got, at the time, had 13 siblings. Me and my mother, father, 13 siblings, cousins, all lived in a double house in Berry Farm on Stevens Road. So that's how we come up back in those days, man. It was didn't have much. You had a lot of love. We ate off each other, clothed each other, and that's how we got by. Food stamps galore. I remember.
Yeah, I remember those too. I remember when they had the book, and the little coins. They had the little plastic coins, man. I used to be happy. My mother used to give me a couple of them, man. I used to be happy running around that store, man.
So that's pretty much my background, military, and I worked for the Feds for 25 years, Department of Homeland Security, Federal Protective Service. Got about 2.5 years under my belt, just retired. Got about 3 years under my belt, so I'm a retiree. And when I look back on that, Bobby, who would have thunk it? Dirty, pissy kid running around down Berry Farm. I didn't know it would be like this, but hey, I tell you.
I'm from D.C., but I'm from Northwest, right? But and I've heard so much the Berry Farm, been to Berry Farm. Tell us a little bit about the Berry Farms. It's a serious history in Berry Farms, man.
Now, back in my day, Berry Farm was peace and love.
Right.
You had your little neighborhood fist fights here and there, but that was it. You was buddies. 2 hours later, we go to the go-go with the same joker you had a fist fight with 3 hours ago. Wasn't none of that cowboys, bang, bang, shoot 'em up. Wasn't none of that.
Right.
Because back then, your brothers and sisters were mainly in my household. If you had a fight with a joker and you didn't fight him, you got a choice. You had to go fight the joker you had beef with, or you take that ass whipping from your big brother. Which one you want?
Right.
So you had to go out there and fight if that was the case. Wasn't no running in the house and all that. So back in my days, man, Berry Farm was lovely, man. It was what it was. And at that time, we in my household, like I said, it was 8, counting my mother and father, 18 of us. Mm-hmm. We had a double house. All the people with big families had a double house.
Right.
So the one side was the house, the other side it turned into bedrooms. And but I wouldn't trade that upbringing to save my life. That upbringing actually saved my life because it taught me a lot. We weren't poor back then. People used to say, "Oh man, they was poor." No, we weren't poor back then. I saw poor when I went in the military and we deployed to Haiti.
And Papa Dot.
Yeah, I saw poor, so we weren't poor. But Berry Farm back in my day wasn't like Berry Farm got that bad name like when the New Jacks started moving in. When they redid Berry Farm, some of the older people left and didn't come back. And then when the new people started coming in, that's when Berry Farm became one of the worst neighborhoods in the city. I got to keep it a buck with you.
Right.
But despite that, the Summer Basketball League and Parks and Rec kept a lot of jokers out of trouble back then. It kept us out of trouble back then. I can say that. And like I say, if Mike Graham brother saw me around the corner doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, he had carte blanche to stick his foot in my ass.
Right.
And if I came back and told Bobby, my brother Bobby, you're going to get 2.
Right.
Mike's foot and then your brother's foot.
Yeah.
So back then it wasn't all that the new stuff back then.
Right.
That came after I got out of the military when the youngin, the new breed, them grandkids, and all them started growing up.
But you know
curse
what,
I
Miles?
don't want to disrespect y'all podcast. So
Right. No, it's cool.
I
We keep it live. We keep it real. But you know what?
That's it.
You know what else, though, Miles? What people don't know, Barry Farms go back further than you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about all the way back to like slavery days.
Yeah, I've seen some of a couple of the documentaries.
It was deep, man.
It's amazing.
History.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Serious history. But so Miles, man, oh God, there's so much. But let's start with Barry Farms. I went down there to see a game, right? First time. You a wild boy. That's what I just want to say that first. You kept it going, man, but it was like so much going on, man. Like the police were on the outskirts and they didn't come into like sort of like the gates or the way around the court, but they were around the outside. But I'm sitting in the stands and the breeze come through and I'm smelling herb and Muggs walking around with D.C. trash cans. I'm thinking of soda. He reached all the way down the bottom and pull out Heinekens over in the window of the projects.
Damn, Bobby, you telling my secrets, Bobby. He was cleaning up. He was cleaning up, Bobby. He was cleaning up.
He was clean.
Yeah, that was the ball he found on the outside.
Hey Miles, I looked at the window over in the projects and I saw a guy. Man, this man had the biggest chicken wings, fried chicken wings. I said, man, where you get those? Oh, man, over that window over there. I'm like, oh. Then this other guy came with a big Long Island iced tea. I said, where you get that? Oh, that window back over there. Man, the atmosphere was just awesome, man.
Hey, Bobby, you should have had the seafood. When he had the seafood over there, that's when you need to be there.
Yeah, seafood too.
I had my homie Glenn was selling that seafood on the wall over there.
Right.
But one thing I wanted to do with Barry Farm, with the league, was keep it like a cookout, family reunion. You get comedy, ain't no telling what you're gonna get, because my stuff was off the cuff. My shit wasn't.
What was so on? Though?
Yeah, mine was you get what you get. I didn't know what I was gonna say until the situations dictated what you heard over that mic.
Right.
But with the police being on the outskirts, it's funny you say that, because that's the way I wanted it. I didn't want them to get involved in what was going on, because this was, and I used to go to the meetings when they was like, well, y'all down there doing this, that, and the third, woo, woo, woo. I said, well, Chief, let me ask you a question. Do you want to be chasing these motherfuckers around the city? I ain't just talking about Barry Farms. I'm talking about Congress Park, Wellington Park.
Right.
It was coming from all over. And it was amazing. And I'm looking from the table like this shit about to blow up at any moment, because we smoking, drinking, you got neighborhood beefs.
Yeah.
And I didn't know at what time something would happen to just blow that up. Now, granted, I had my bad days down there. I remember the shootouts and all of that, you know. I remember looking during the game and I hear 19 shots and I look out the gates and a guy's literally chasing a guy across and he missed him 19 times. I remember those days. I remember the machine gun fire that come after a game from when everybody leaving and I'm out there, you know, just watching everybody leave. And then I'm talking about machine gun fire.
Right.
From down the bottom. Wow. And I was so happy that particular time that most of the crowd had left, was gone. Because had that not been the case, oh my goodness.
But despite that, man, what I loved about it, Miles, I mean, like you said, it was like a pocket. At any time that thing could go off. But I mean, you had NBA players. I mean, I remember one time they opened up the gate and it was, I think it was Gilbert Arenas. I think, I don't know, one of them Lamborghinis or something pulled inside, and I think Kevin Durant. And I mean, and they supported you, man. And that was the great thing about it.
But before we got to the league guys, Bobby, DC had their, and this is and Mike can back me on this. In '96, I think I used to go up to Herbo when I was in high school.
Right.
Herbo was the place to be.
At Dunbar.
Never went to I went to Riggs one time when I got out the military.
Mm-hmm.
They had a big shooting up there, and they never did a championship game.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah. Wow. So when lost my chain of thought.
That's okay.
Yeah, when all that was happening, I was like, damn, they busting off,
right.
And then so the streets talk. So I go to Mike when they kick a name to me, I go to Bobby. Come, I had work to do. I wasn't known back then. I wasn't popular.
Right.
I took to the streets, and if the streets could talk, these guys could tell you. I came to them and like, hey man, come on, man. I'm trying to. We working on some shit here. We doing something here.
Right. And so like I'm saying,
them pros came.
Yeah. Before the
DC was at a stalemate after the Herbo disbanded. Right. That was the place to be. We used to go up to Herbo, then come down to Farms. Herbo left, went over McNamara. Remember that, Mike?
Yep.
We had McNamara for 2 years, and then that was it.
Yep.
Bird Farm, they was talking about, not Bird Farm, they was talking about DC bad on the basketball circuit because the Kennedy League was trash, was watered down after, and then the Kennedy League picked back up. I used to go up there all the time. We used to go up there, and I'm talking that smack out the stands and messing with the players, and I'm looking over there at Coach dying laughing.
Yes.
So somebody came to me, the guy on the mic was trash. So somebody said, man, go ask Coach, let you do the games. Because they only had one side of the bleachers out. I'm telling you, Kennedy League was on life support.
Right? Yeah.
So I said, man, Coach ain't gonna let me do no damn games up here. So who was that? Jeff Brooks, Mike, running it back then?
Jeff
Brooks. And I said, Jeff, let me do the games. Let me take over the announcing. He said, no, blah, blah, blah. I said, this is what you got to pay me. This joint gonna be packed. You can pay me out of concessions. And he said, oh, I got to run it by Coach. And evidently Coach stamped it. So Kennedy League was on fire that year. I forget the year it was.
Yeah.
2 years in a row I did the games up there.
Right.
Coach just used to send JT to me and say, tell Miles, don't. I used to say, hey, the big man on campus is here.
Yeah.
Coach never liked that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So never in my wildest dreams did I think I would, because Big John was one of my heroes when I was coming up. I had my mother and father, Martin Luther King, and when Big John, Coach walked off the court during that prop,
48,
he became one of my heroes. Wow. So Martin Luther King, of course, I ain't never met because he died. But Big John was, man, I'm over there on the wall. You over there on that wall, Mike, with big fella sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
You ain't over there on that wall to talk to the big fella. You was something.
That's it. Yep.
So we became friends. I couldn't believe it. We became friends. The Kennedy League was back for 2 years, and then after that, Jeff Brooks disappeared, and DC basketball was on life support. And that's when I started the Goodman League. I took over the Goodman League, and we built that thing up, man, because they was talking.
Before you get to the Goodman League, though, Miles, hold up. Let me stay on the Kennedy League for a minute. I mean, nobody was off limits. Mo was coming in with his chick. He had on some Bama stuff. He said, man, look at that Bama on the Oh, man, it was so funny, man. It was so much fun.
And you know something, though, Bobby? I always said, if he wasn't serving the federal government or the military or something of that nature, he would have been a hell of a comedian, because I seen when he roast one of those, that Tory boy. You
Joe
know,
Tory.
He'll roast the hell out of anybody.
Yeah, Steve Francis roast.
Man, and I'm telling you, man, this guy, he shut the guy up. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you can put him in front of anybody, man. Any comedian in the world, he's there. I'm telling you. And it's been that way because I remember what made me really play back in the day coming up, because I wasn't a good player. Every time we would play them or he would see me, he'll say, 6'9", you on the pine? Or he'll say, 6'10", when you going to get in?
Hey, that joke ain't never forgot that little rhyme.
I never forgot that, man.
And he had that little, and my guys from the farm, they said, man, you better stop fucking with Big Mike. You know, Big Mike had that little stare like he gonna come up in the stand and rip your goddamn tonsils out your ear. But he used to just laugh. They learned to roll with the punches.
That's it, man.
So now take us to the Goodman League. Now take us to the Goodman League.
Yeah.
But so you just hit me to something, because one of my questions I was going to ask you, you know, what was there a difference between doing the Kenner League and doing the Barry Farms Goodman League?
Oh no, the Kenner was hands down. That was apples and oranges. You know, Kenner was, when you walk in that Kenner, not the Kenner. I'm thinking Dunbar.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking that Herbo. That Herbo was league by itself.
Yeah, I seen some miracle stuff happen in the Herbo.
Yeah, the Herbo was in the league by itself.
Yeah.
Kenner League was on life support because I don't know why. I don't know if because Jeff wasn't promoting it, and then the people wasn't coming, because if the only time the Kenner League got packed is if the Georgetown team played. Remember, Mike?
Yeah,
the
that was it.
Georgetown team played. Then they got all the bleachers out. There's 2,500 people up. They hold 2,500 people.
Right.
So Coach was worried about that too. So I said, Coach, I'm telling you, if I do the games every Saturday and Sunday, this joint gonna be packed out. And that's what it was. It was them rich white folks up there, they loved it. Coach just said, hey, just keep my name out your mouth and do what you do. So Jeff and them never played music. I said, hey, man, you got to play at timeouts, half times. We need go. Oh, I changed that whole situation up there.
Yeah.
And they loved it. It was a good situation. But
I remember one game was Katina Mobley and Moochie Norris against Kurt Smith, and who else he had?
They had Sam too. They loaded they stacked the deck against Kurt.
Correct.
What? No, I don't remember that one. Where was that at?
Kenner League. They stacked the deck. They had Sam, Moochie, Catino. They had that Houston crew.
Right.
And Trouble Smith fried every last one of them.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
Fried them.
One by one, he tapped Sam on the shoulder. Like, nigga, come on out here. You come and get this. Then Sam will come down, put him in the box. You know, Sam had the best back down.
Right.
With the fadeaway. But that goddamn Trouble that night, that day, he lit fire to all them pros.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing how we had some hell of a players that came through DC, man. I mean, just looking back on it, man, all the way up to now, you know, even though they changed the lead, you know, got rid of the inner high and stuff like that, man, you know, it's not what it used to be as far as pack houses, you know, and everything in the summer league games. What do you think that has happened?
Mike, that's the grades. Because when I was up Ballou, right? Ballou had some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Because all them Southeast jokers from Fort Stanton, Douglas Road, all of them jokers was going to Ballou, but they had no grades.
Right.
That's why Ballou wasn't never that good back then in my era.
Right.
All the ball players didn't have no grades. Wow. That's where they started going down to the boys club. They started. That's why the boys club situation was so great, because them jokers that should have been playing in a high ball, they was at the boys clubs, right. And that PAL and all that situation,
right?
That boys club was, man, what? I remember the Ratcliffe brothers coming in number 11, and I had to check Ratcliffe. I ain't know nothing about no damn Ratcliffe, but they say, man, Ratcliffe out of Eastern. And I thought I was this big defensive stopper. And at that time, and this was in 1981, Ratcliffe was about 6'4". 6'6". Not the one who went to Howard, the one in our age, Mike.
Oh, I thought you were talking about James Ratcliffe.
No, right. The brother, the middle brother.
The young,
Yeah, he was like that, man.
Speaking
of guys, Mike, Baldy, and what's the point guard y'all had for number 4? It was Baldy.
Which one point guard? We had a lot of them.
It was Baldy and the other guy. Y'all had two nice. Man, y'all had a number. The boys club had all the guys.
Baldy.
He played for number 4. No, Baldy played for number 9.
Damn, who we had?
But y'all, the boys club had all the.
Yeah, Baldy played for number 9. We had a point guard. I forgot who we had. We had a guy. We had Lil Joe at point guard. I don't know where he wound up going to school at. And who else? We had Wayne Perry.
I don't remember Wayne playing at number 9. But
what about number 11 boys club? Speaking about
we ask your man next to you on your right. Ask your guy, your co-host on your right. Ask him about number 11. You answer that question, Mike Graham.
Yeah. So what was it? And number 11, was that the one by St. Elizabeth?
Yes, sir.
St. Elizabeth, right?
Yeah. They know about number 11.
Yeah. I played over there.
Number 11, Bobby.
I played over there, and Hawkeye comes out at number 11 too, don't he?
Hawkeye come out number 11.
Whitney.
His brother.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that number 11. They had all them the hoopers that wouldn't go to school.
Right. As we said, they must go left and go right.
Yeah, even in junior high school, section ball had all the jokers that wouldn't go to school, that wouldn't go to class. Section ball was like the NCAA.
Right.
I'm talking about niggas was getting up to go to section ball. You had to be up Douglas at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now you couldn't get that on a regular day, but section ball game. Section ball was like that.
Right.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Wow.
Section ball was like that, Bobby.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. People don't know the history of DC ball.
And
before
Goodman got to me, the guys in the neighborhood, we had the Bury Farm Community League to shift gears.
Okay.
But wasn't nobody down there watching us. It was just, you couldn't come in them neighborhoods like that. Right. Mike will tell you, you could, and Bob, you couldn't come in them neighborhoods and just pop up and watch no tournament.
No.
So back then, the woods by the fence by Suitland Parkway, those woods were cleaned out. They used to park their cars and watch with the window down. They wasn't even getting out the cars, but they would park right there on Suitland Parkway.
Wait, they watch from the car?
Yeah, and watch from the damn windows. They wouldn't even get out the cars.
Wow.
So that the way things have transitioned, and when I'm not trying to speed and go through. I'm gonna let y'all touch on what you want to touch on. I don't want to overlap what y'all want to ask. So I'll just pause that and let y'all shoot you.
No, this is free flow, Miles. No, this is free
okay.
flow.
So
this is free flow, baby.
That was a different animal with just the neighborhood guys.
So what year are we talking about?
This was 77. I was in junior high.
77.
And junior high, we had about 10 teams down there. Some good bump, but just the neighborhood guys coming down there to watch.
Yeah, they were. Just the neighborhood.
That's the year I really started. I don't want to say commentating because I knew nothing about commentating in junior high, but I used to talk shit from the sidelines. The way I was doing up to Herbo and up to Kenner, I was doing this at 15,
right
down Bury Farms. So Irvin Brady, the commissioner of the Bury Farm Community League, just to touch on where I got my commentating skills from. He bought this little box and had one speaker and a mic. And I just was doing what I do from talking shit from that mic. And then every year, things just progressed. I didn't read nobody. I didn't study nobody.
Right.
I was just screaming from the stands up Dunbar. And when I used to go to Herbo, man, they had seats reserved. They had seats reserved for me because up there you had different sections.
Right.
You had to get there at a certain time. My Berry Farm crew had a little section. They get up there early because I had to catch the bus. I ain't had no car. No Uptown had their sections and all that. And when I walked in there, they was like, hey, man, we got a seat for you over here. Sit over here, man.
Wow.
And I said, man, no, I got to go over here with my homies. So we used to always sit on the far end, away from the door, and just, oh man, had a ball. That was some of the best basketball I ever seen in my life.
Yes,
including the Goodman League.
Right, because I remember. I don't know if you remember David Rivas, and David Rivas dunked on Robert Reed from the Houston Rockets and knocked him up in the stands. I saw another thing. Remember Joe Pace?
The whole Bullets team. They come up there and got their ass whipped.
Yeah.
Delonte Taylor scored 50.
Yes.
Remember that, Mike?
Yeah, and you know something? During that game, I forgot who they drafted, the Bullets drafted, but it was one guy with a jerry curl that played guard. They could not bring that ball up against Gene and Delonte at all.
Right.
Never seen nothing like it.
Right. They scored 50 that game.
50.
Yeah. And then that Sunday, he played with the Bullets. He played with the Bullets. That was on a Saturday. That Sunday, he played with the Bullets.
Well, I just saw Delonte this past Sunday, the Washington Metropolitan Hall of Fame, Basketball Hall of Fame.
Did he get in?
Yeah, no, he didn't. But it was Bebe.
Yeah, I know Bebe and
Tracy Jackson,
which is well deserved. Bebe, good guy.
Yeah, Bebe
Georgetown. He top 100 Georgetown. Should have been in there.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Gojo in the Hall of Fame, Mike.
Who? What now?
Gojo Hunter, is he in the DC? Is he in there?
I don't know. I don't think so, though.
Stacy got in last year.
I know Stacy got in last year.
Yeah, Stacy got in last year.
I don't think
we had some hoopers, man. We had some hoopers.
Oh man,
the Baltimore and DC games up Dunbar was.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love. You know something? I used to love playing against them Brown brothers because we would talk smack and we be in there. I be trying to punish both of them.
Right.
So Mike battles was with Kevin because Kevin was a
it was with Kevin.
Kevin Graham.
Ernie out on that perimeter.
So my battle was I went to Wilson and we played in the Inter High Championship against Eastern in '74, and we played in a Alumni Classic against Dunbar, Baltimore with Skip Wise.
Woo.
And he was a beast. The year before he scored 50 on Dantley and them.
I seen highlights on Skip Wise. They said that Skip Wise was a bad boy.
He was a bad. Look, this dude come to the game, and this is '74. He had one of them pimp outfits. Remember, the suit coat went all the way down to his ankle. It was a canary yellow suit coat. Big, he's from Baltimore, so it was a big battle. But anyway, he had a gangster hat and stack heels.
Yeah, I watched a lot of film on Skip, man. Skip was a bad boy.
Oh, God, he was bad mouth. Oh.
Right, would call me.
I was a big Ernie Graham fan because I was a Maryland fan.
Okay, yeah.
So I used to love Ernie Graham.
Yeah, and Ernie and Kevin, they were something else.
Yeah.
But Urban Coalition, now people don't know the coalition was first, believe it or not, was at Anacostia High School. Then it went to Roosevelt for about
I didn't know that.
Yeah, went to Roosevelt for about 3 years. I was a senior at 17 and played in it. And they had the Bullets with Truck Robinson. They had the New York team with Fly Williams.
Yeah, I remember trucking them. I remember trucking them.
Yeah,
me too.
Nick Witherspoon. Then the New York team had Lloyd B. Free, Fly Williams, a lot of other NBA guys, Earl Williams, and Maryland had
bring them Bullet teams up there and they couldn't get a W.
Yeah.
Remember Mike, Weber and all them games?
They couldn't get a W.
They couldn't get a win.
Yeah.
Manute Bowl, they brought them all up there.
Yep.
And left there with the tails in the ass.
Hey, look, Manute got so bad. Manute played with us at Bowls VIP.
Yeah. Wow. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
So Miles
back then was on the map, but when that Urban Coalition failed, Kenner failed. They was the other cities, New York, Baltimore, they was talking shit because we ain't had no leagues.
Right.
So I'm so blessed to come along at the right time.
So what year was that?
It was 96.
That was 96.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about wasn't no summer league. We was on life support.
Right.
And then
it wasn't none at all. Basketball had went down the drain.
We had hoopers.
Yeah, we had hoopers, but no place to play.
Yeah, we had hoopers. So before them pros, Gill and all them start coming, man, we was standing room only with David Hawkins, Greg Jones.
Oh, David Hawkins. I forgot about David.
Shaqs, with all the guys, man. We was standing room only. Trouble Smith.
Who's that mug? SpongeBob.
Poetry in Motion, SpongeBob. Yeah, rest in peace.
Oh, he passed?
We were standing room. We were standing room only.
So Miles, last week we talked about DC ball players versus California, Chicago, Philly, New York, Detroit. How would you characterize the DC ball player?
Now, when I was with Nike, when Nike started sponsoring the Goodman League, Nike used to hold these tournament of champions.
Right.
And they had Chicago and the Drew League. They had Philly, Atlanta. They had all these. And see, with me, I was picking all-star teams. And then I learned in that's why we never really won. Because all of those teams we were playing against, these jokers was playing together.
Right.
5 and 10 years.
Right.
So my man at the Drew League, he said, Miles, these guys play together all the time. Your guys, I could tell they don't play together because they don't know what the next man going to do. I said, got a point. Point taken. So, and then when we was going, the Shaqs, the SpongeBobs, the D Hawkins, and all of those guys, they couldn't travel. So I was really just taking, regular guys.
Right.
So once we got up there and figured it out and started competing, we would be reckoned with. Okay. They knew we was coming. They knew DC. Then they held that tournament at the Armory. Nike had it at the Armory.
Yeah.
And I was on some favor shit, doing favors, and we got our ass whipped. We didn't win a game.
Wow.
Which game?
So why the guys couldn't travel?
Well, they were either Hawk was playing overseas, and these games was in the summer. Shaq had got on with and won.
Okay.
Yeah, but once I got a team that was cohesive, we was competing real good. But Chicago, they had them niggas was like NBA niggas. They had real 6'9" motherfuckers.
Right.
Mike Graham, 6'9", 320.
Right.
What?
Yeah, I'm going up there. I got a 6'6" nigga weigh 200 pounds.
That's your center.
That's my center.
Oh,
nigga Danny. nigga named Danny, 6'6", 200. Man,
wow.
Ate up barbecue chicken, as Shaq say. So I learned a lot with playing when you go play them out of town teams. You got to take a team that's been together, and then you plug in a couple of pieces. That's how we started beating the Dykeman and going up there and beating the Gersh and all those teams. First, we were taking L's, and it's because you go up there with all these motherfuckers that just want to score a basket.
Right.
I remember we went to Dykeman. I had Jimmy Black Jr.
Let me ask you this, because now Jimmy Black, okay.
I had Jimmy Black and Akil Carr at the Dykeman. You do the math. Both of them.
You talking about the guy from Baltimore, the little guy?
Yeah, my man. But they 5'8", 5'7", 5'5".
Whoa.
Okay.
And launching threes, and them threes banging off the rim, and next thing you know, we down 20.
Wow.
Because they gone.
Yeah. Wow.
And you couldn't check nobody. You had to have big guards.
Right.
You had to have some big guards, man. So I started figuring it out, man, and we went up to New York this year. We spanked them boys with the high school and
Unlimited.
yeah, they know about DC now, and like I said, DC basketball was on life support till I took over that Goodman League.
Yeah, that was
and
big.
We in the conversation,
right?
We're in the conversation there because I hear all
the
around,
Goodman League
especially
is,
when I go towards
the Goodman League
South.
is mentioned as the best streetball league in the country, and that's not my word. Those Street Smith magazines and
wow,
that is.
So after all of that,
yes, without a doubt.
You get the young Kevin Durants, you get the young Beasley, you get Ty Lawson, you got Nolan Smith.
Oh,
you got, my man Doofus' son. I forgot them boys went to Villanova. The two big these young boys, Bobby.
Not Jenkins, no.
Lit fire to grown men in the Goodman League. I'm talking about semi-pros. All day, man. KD and them was 16.
Wow.
Turning that motherfucker out.
Wow.
And Ty Lawson was grown I already knew he was gonna be a pro. He was doing grown man shit. Wow. I nicknamed him Mr. Ty Lawson. When you Mr., you grown, ain't you?
What about
Mike? If I call you Mr., you grown, right?
What about Mike Beasley?
That's how his game was.
What about Beasley?
Oh, Beasley, animal.
Pure,
animal off the break. So I knew them guys were pros. I knew they were pros. Now, it's gonna be a touchy subject, but I don't give a fuck. The difference with the city's pros and the out of town pros, the New York pros, the LA pros, the Seattle pros, they go back and they play in their hoods. Granted, KD and them played a couple years when they were pros. Bees and them played, but once that little cycle hit after after KD left Seattle, they stopped coming. Bees and them stopped coming. Ty stopped coming. So the only pro that would come down here to play on a regular basis was Wall and them. I had Wall and Ty Lawson lined up to play about 4 or 5 different times. Okay. They play against each other, but it rained every fucking game they were supposed to play.
Wow.
So Bill come down there to play, and then that's when KD and them faded to black around that 2012, 2013. They nobody was playing outside. Nobody want to come home and play.
Right.
But the New York guys, the out of town guys, they go back and they play in their town. Not even if you don't play. You come back and sit in the stands and watch.
Right.
You ain't got to play. Come and sit, because this where you
support.
This where you got your shit from.
Right.
Exactly. This where you got this from. Truth be told. Yeah. This where you got this from in the gates. Yeah. On one of his little docks. He'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing that really disappointed me, and not only him, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They never came. If you don't want to play outside, hey, I get it.
Right.
But when y'all come home in the summer, come on down.
Right.
Yeah, stop by.
Yeah, look, say hey to the fellas.
Come on down, but
because see, if they would have stopped by, that encouraged them guys that's already on the court. Seeing them, man, that you just don't know. Because when I used to see guys like Elvin Hayes and those guys like that brought me inspiration. Because I didn't start playing until the 9th grade. So when I seen guys like that coming back and support or just to watch, man, that made a difference.
Man, when I was doing all of that and trying to get them to come back and just, be a part of, so that the people, they'll take that. They'll take an autograph, go out there and shoot around.
Right.
Bill and them, Wall and them used to come down there and wasn't even playing. They shoot around, take pictures, and all of that. But the homies,
right,
it was different. That's the one thing I didn't really like about, because DC, and I'm gonna hit the nail on the head, and they ain't gonna like it.
You always do, baby.
DC is a groupie town.
Oh, big time.
Groupie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know when I learned that? Because every summer, they say, Miles, who playing today? What pros coming? Man, we was on fire before the pros came.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, man, don't call me, text me, ask me what pros playing. If they don't, fuck them pros was my answer, because they don't want to play. This shit goes on.
Right.
We ain't stopping. They ain't stopping nothing. They don't want to play. They ain't playing. I don't know who playing. This is the schedule going such and such, such and such. This the schedule. It's a groupie town. Even when you had the games,
Yeah.
they want to know who playing. You go to New York, and I learned this from this shit, from doing this. When you go up there to play, they packed out at the Dykeman,
Right.
at the Gersh.
Right.
But if Mike Graham up there tearing that motherfucker up, man, they all over Mike Graham.
Right.
That's how
They all over Mike Graham.
Hey, Miles, this what happened to me, man.
They basketball fans. They don't give a fuck who you are.
So this was my deal, Miles. I lived on 14th and Webster, across the street from Upson Playground, 2 blocks from Roosevelt. That's where I grew up, right? So I'm like sort of in the middle. So when I went uptown, up 16th Street, they treated me like I was a thug from downtown. When I went downtown, they treated me like I was an uppity nigga. So I couldn't win, man. And that's why when I went to the coalition, started playing, I didn't, people that really didn't know me. And so I would get on teams, man, and only because they didn't have enough players. And I would bring my stuff, and that's how I got down on teams. And I ended up starting on every team that I played on. But then if the boys came the next week, I had to go find another.
Yeah, when the buddies come, that you dead man walking.
Yeah. Man, it was messed up, man.
When they get back to full strength, you dead man walking.
Dead man walking.
Thanks for coming out. God bless.
Played good the week before. I'm like, damn, man. But yeah, that was. Hey, Miles, tell me this, man. Now this is controversial because everybody wants to, don't want to tackle this one. And it's according to you. Who's the best player to come out of D.C.?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
You said the best player to come out of D.C.?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know, cause.
Okay. Give me a couple then. Who would be on the list?
That I've watched.
You. Yeah.
I can tell you.
You.
Not from watching film.
Okay.
No. You there.
Eye to eye. You see it with your own eyes.
That makes sense?
Yes.
I ain't talking about no damn Elgin Bailey and all them and
Dave
Dean and them. I know nothing about them.
Right. Okay.
Since 1996.
Yes.
Or even up to Herbal when I was in high school.
Okay, take it back a bit.
Right?
Yep.
The best motherfuckers that I've seen and I would pay to watch play was Bootney Green.
Ooh.
Yep.
Melvin Middleton.
Yep.
No, wow.
Moochie.
Yep. Moochie
Norris, the guy next to you right there. Sherman.
Yep.
No, why they be sleeping on Sherman?
That I've seen play with my own eyes.
Yes.
Franchise, KD, Beasley, Ty, all of them get a nod because them young motherfuckers just came on the scene and just did their thing.
Right. Wow.
Not even pros. I'm giving that name. Lonnie, Trouble Smith.
Lonnie
NBA pros.
Yeah, Lonnie Harrell.
Charles Smith with my own eyes. Never seen nobody orchestrate a game and control a game on both ends the way Smitty did.
Okay.
Yeah. I seen with my own eyes.
Right.
You know something? I would say, and you might not agree with this, but I would say that you probably see more basketball or more of the basketball greats coming up through DC than anybody.
I've seen a lot of it.
Huh?
I've seen a lot of it in those gates.
In your era.
In my era, I ain't done. I'm going with G. Jones. I'm going with Warren Jefferson, a.k.a. D-Nice, Shaq, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Man, I used to love watching Mouton play with shooters.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have won 4 chips. My Baltimore guys, got to show them love. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Terrence. Rest in peace, P. Shitty.
P. Shitty.
that Gerald Brown that I've seen.
What was his name? P. Shitty.
Yeah, that was his nickname. His name was Gerald Brown.
I don't know that.
Out of Baltimore, Maryland.
Uh-huh.
Josh Selby went out of Baltimore. The Crime Stopper. These guys, man.
Oh, the Crime Stopper. Yes.
And I hope I ain't leaving nobody out. I don't want to disrespect nobody. But it's a lot of dudes, man, that's not in the league that will bust a league dude ass.
Yes. And I met a lot of those guys, man. I had played with a lot of those guys that could, that I thought was Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I'm talking about that probably could have been league guys.
Yeah.
Hawkins was a league guy. That's one of my favorite guys.
David?
The guy we talking about that just passed today, rest his soul. Poetry in Motion, one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot of guys, and I don't want to leave nobody out. Can't name them all.
Right.
But not them old guys that I ain't never seen. But I'm talking about Pops, Missy Bonshu. I'm talking about that GW mob. Mike, you probably never seen them play in the Gates. That was what's the boy name? Skinner, Tony Skinner got the G Mason.
Oh yeah.
That mob, man, they were spectacular. That whole team, the third eye team that She Dollar had down there, those guys were incredible, man. That shit was. I'm telling you, the farms was lit, man.
Yeah.
So when Gil came at the right time, because you have different little eras.
Right.
So Gil got an era all by himself.
Wow.
Then you got the era where it was just the city hoopers. Excuse me. Trey Kelly. I ain't mentioned Trey Kelly.
Trey. Yeah.
Got about Trey. South Carolina, Dunbar.
Bad motherfucker. Dunbar. Get it flat out. He told his coach one time he don't come home in the summer to pass the ball.
Damn.
He come home to get a bucket. He told
I like
Kurt
that attitude.
He told Kurt Bone Chambers that because Kurt Bone had some pros on his team, Gary Neal and them, and they said, "God damn, Bone, your man don't pass the ball." So they forced Bone hand. Bone go to Trey and say, "Damn, Trey." They said you got pass. Trey, he said Trey kept with a buck with him and said, "I don't come home in the summer to pass." I ain't never heard no shit like that. But he ain't lie, because he didn't pass it.
But see, that's it. But see, you had two guys that I played with.
Other non-pro guys and I want to do this because if they watching, they played in my league. J-Dub, all them teams, man, that played in my league. All those guys, I can't name all them guys.
Right.
I just appreciate they made my league. I didn't make my league.
Right.
I just show up.
Those are some great names, though.
Wow, do what I do. Them players make my league. And I so appreciate them. I swear, I don't want nobody to say, "Man, you ain't mentioned me."
Right.
If you was a bad motherfucker, if you're on that top 20, even if you ain't, the new jacks that's coming on board, we're in a youth movement phase now. Yeah. But before we run out of time, the Goodman League gave me a platform.
Right.
And when I got the platform, I was on a year-to-year lease. I never said I'm going to do the Goodman League for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I never said that. Wow. I've always been a day-by-day guy. That's how I live my life.
Wow.
So with the Goodman League from 96, I dealt with 97 when 97 got there, right?
Right.
I always wanted to compete with the New York motherfuckers.
Right.
That had all that money invested
behind
in them. Rucker, I didn't have that.
Sonny Hill.
I didn't have that. I didn't have that. So and then back then, Parks and Rec and the government wasn't beautifying them, of course. But I had a vision at the same time because after I got past 5 years, I'm in too deep now. I'm a Kel Pfeiffer. I'm in too deep. I love this shit now. So now I want the Goodman League to be one of them top tier leagues.
So when did it end?
And it is. It
When
is,
did it end? When
without
did
a
it
doubt.
end?
Huh?
When did it end? 96-2.
We on year 20. We just finished season 29.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No.
So I
no.
say that to say, I wear that shit on my sleeve because they was talking shit about DC basketball.
Right.
Yes,
I'm
they
telling
were.
you,
Yep.
they were talking shit. Mike
Yep.
was playing all around the world. New York, Cali,
Yep.
oh man, y'all ain't even got nothing going. When that motherfucking Goodman hit and got in blast,
Oh yeah.
they knew.
That's that
Nike
ain't
was bringing
shit.
them teams down there getting spanked, and we was going out LA and New York. Okay, damn, y'all back. And then Streets will say Goodman League, #1 street ball league in the land. That's when KD and all them was playing.
Right.
Gratitude.
Right.
But you gotta give me my flowers on that too. And I'm talking about KD and them. The Goodman League made y'all. You niggas was great, without a doubt.
But
right.
I remember doing interviews and refused to mention the Goodman League. He said a league in D.C.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever see the documentary? Did you ever see the documentary that KD and
in the
PG
water, something in the water?
I saw the In the Water documentary.
I could not believe how they it was really about PG Ball, but they ain't even talk about Adrian Dantley. He Highsville, DeMatha was in Highsville, but they didn't.
Well, they weren't supposed to talk about them, Bobby, because I think when they did that, they were talking about their guys.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people mad because they ain't mentioned Mike Tate and a lot of those guys. I think it was more centered around that little circle right there.
Right. Right. That's what I think.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Oladipo's and all of them guys that came out and did their thing.
Right.
There's no way you do it In the Water and you talking about PG basketball and you don't mention Mike Tate.
Right. I know that name. Right.
I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It was a couple of
you gotta you know what I mean? But like I said, all those guys came through them gates and you know, people say this, that, and the third. No. I built that. I built that.
There's no doubt about it. But
I stuck with that blood, sweat, time away from my family.
Yep.
I built that motherfucker.
Yes, he did.
I built them relationships to get them stadium bleachers.
Yep.
And get that shit the way it is now.
And don't forget about the score clock, baby.
Brand new score clock. Thank
you. Thank you.
So I was shocked about the baskets.
All I'm saying is, you know, hey, you can't do that right there, what I did in 29, if you ain't in it with this.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
And not to mention, not just basketball, the off the court shit.
Right. Let's talk about that.
Yes.
Let's just talk about that
before we run out of time. Off the court stuff.
Yes. Yeah. When you say, what do you mean by that? When you say
the giveaways, you know, when I was in my household, like I said, it was 16 of us. I had 10 brothers, 3 sisters.
God damn.
My mother and father, then my cousins would come over and they would stay. We ain't had no room for them.
Right.
But my mother never put them out.
Right.
I don't recognize this shit when I'm that young, but I see it.
Right.
She never, I'm talking about she just bought new furniture. My mother bought new furniture maybe every 5 years. These motherfuckers sleeping on the sofa and, you know, but she never put them out.
Right.
The guys in the neighborhood knew my mother cooked spaghetti. I didn't even know she cooked spaghetti on Wednesdays. These niggas knew her schedule. Spaghetti on Wednesdays. On Sundays, you getting whatever. But my father, he didn't play no games. Mm-hmm. I couldn't bring Mike in there to Mike get a plate.
Right.
Not if everybody in the house ain't eat.
Right. Yeah.
And that was his thing. If your brothers and sisters ain't ate, don't bring nobody in this motherfucker to eat. But then he got his man over there with who gonna argue with that?
Right.
5'9", built like motherfucking Ernie Shavers. Look like a tank. Who gonna argue with that? So long story short, I learned from her. She never turned even though she never turned, I say, hey, so-and-so wants something. I remember bringing Step when my mother was living on 58. And I was telling, because I used to brag about her cooking. Step was a chef. And I said, I'm going, okay, come on, you come over Sunday, get a meal, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I go in there and she, snuck and fixed him a plate. Thought she was upstairs, but she heard my voice, so she came downstairs. See, I done fixed Step a plate. But by this time, everybody had like moved out, we got married, but they used to funnel back over there on Sundays.
Right.
To get down.
Right.
But she never turned nobody away. She cussed us out after the fact, after Mike went home and shit his food out. But she never turned nobody away. We caught the raft, and then I just started doing this back to the giveaway stuff with the Thanksgiving bags. I think it was my first community event I ever did. I had like 26 baskets. I met a guy named Ransom Miller, Project Give Back. You can Google him. He's been doing this for almost 40 years. He gave me 27 baskets. I said, man, I don't have no money, to give you. And I ain't had no sponsors or nothing back then. You need 27 baskets. You got 27 baskets coming. Dropped them all. So I used to do a raffle. Raffle with Bird. This one, Bird Farm, was fully occupied.
Yeah. A lot of people,
you got hell on your hands.
Because I was staying in there then.
I had to sneak. Hey, y'all meet me. The people that getting it, meet me around the corner. I can't get these motherfuckers baskets out in front of 400 families.
Damn.
So I get with Ransom and blah blah blah, and it turned into the way I was getting sponsors and getting money, and I would give him a certain amount of money, and I said, man, hey, I gotta feed every family down there. Can you do that? He said, I got you.
Whoa.
That was my first give back. That was maybe 20 years ago.
Wow.
Right? I said, okay, let me step it up. Did a clothing drive. Oh my God. Ain't did 1 cent. Ain't did 1 cent.
Why?
People that get free shit think they're entitled.
Oh yeah.
And they're disrespectful.
Yeah.
And they will make you fly off the cuff. So people I flock to me. They giving me, I got clothes out the caboodle. So I tell my Fed guys, hey, we gotta go do this shit in uniform.
Right.
So we can get a little respect.
Right.
I called the shelter on 4th Street, the Mitch Snyder shelter. St. Elizabeth. And they said, no, you just can't come and drop the shit off because that's going to start a riot.
Wow. Right.
So they said, you got to go through us, go get the stuff. Sad part about that was, long story short, the guys in the streets, they knew me. They were staying at the shelter. They said, now that we'll never see none of them clothes.
Damn.
The motherfuckers in there that's working going to keep the good shit, and we might get some rags that I said, ain't nothing rags in here. So they were trying to tell me, don't take. I said, man, I cannot distribute these clothes on this corner because y'all motherfuckers already disrespectful, and we in uniform. So I took the clothes and did that and went up St. E, did the same thing. But they were so disrespectful. I said, okay, fuck that. I ain't doing no more clothes drive. Wow. It hurt me to my heart not to do it. Because I know a lot of people that got shit
where,
like
where were you getting the clothes from?
Huh?
Where were you getting the clothes from?
From people. I would go on my guys, my hood niggas. I know they got 90 pair of shoes in their motherfucking house, sneakers in their house, man.
Right.
And me myself, I was getting sneakers from Nike and everybody, but I was giving my shit away to students that were in school.
Right.
I wasn't giving my shit to the homeless.
Okay.
I had a little program to where if school needed blah blah blah, they would come to my house. My guys would come and they would get X amount of shoes.
Oh, that's cool.
Nothing I could do with shoes stacked up to my ceiling.
Wow.
Right.
Because I was getting new shoes every year.
Wow.
So I gave a lot of same thing with the urban wear.
Mhm.
I was giving it away. My wife used to say, "Babe, all this shit in here, what you gonna do?" I give it away. So I do the toy drives now without the story. I do the
Okay.
back to school drive every year. We give out 200 backpacks with supplies,
Damn.
and we with all that comes with that. I mentor. I done paid tuitions for kids through the Goodman League, George Goodman Foundation. Mike, and it's a great feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
So
let me ask you this. Now, you also do things for Thanksgiving and Christmas now. Don't forget about that.
That's the Thanksgiving basket drive I was telling you about. So now I get 300 baskets.
300?
Like, don't nobody live down Berry Farm? Shit. I went down Berry Farm today. The lady said, Miles, they already calling, asking when is the Thanksgiving basket drive.
Wow.
They trying to sign up already. So I do 300 baskets, Mike, every year. I mean, these baskets probably cost $80. No exaggeration. It used to be turkeys in them with the ham, the holes, but now my guys say, well, Walmart or wherever they get the turkeys, they don't want to give us 3,000 turkeys. So now you get a $25 gift card in the box, and you go that goes towards your turkey. So
that's cool.
That's that Christmas and the backpack. Those are my three events that I do once the gates close.
Let me ask
you
this.
People calling me. I sponsor.
Let me ask you this.
Berry Farm Beavers football team with uniforms, whatever they need, banquets, trophies, and it's a great feeling.
Do you have any programs up at Parkchester?
Parkchester's included.
Do you have any programs at Parkchester?
Parkchester's included in what I do.
Okay.
We all one family.
Okay.
It wasn't no just Berry Farm. It was Parkchester, Berry Farm. If we were,
let me tell you something. I had did an interview last week with a young lady, and she was looking for somebody that do community stuff, to help with food, to help the people out there.
If they live up Parkchester, Mike, they know. If they live up Parkchester, they know who the guy is. Because it's a point person up there that handles the Parkchester part of it for me. So they already know. Yeah, Parkchester is included in the Berry Farm situation.
They're part of Berry Farm,
Then I step out and help Ceasefire Don't Smoke the brothers and sisters. I help them out. I help Kurt Bone out with his program. You know what I'm saying? So, because those are guys I was idolizing, watching Ceasefire Madness doing big community cookouts.
Right.
And Kurt Bone doing neighborhood cookouts. And I said, man, I want to do that for Berry Farms. So when Nike started sponsoring me, I used to tell Nike at the beginning of the year, hey man, I need to have a beginning of the year free opening day cookout. So they sponsored that for about 5 years straight. And it was they sent a caterer down, set up everything. It was lovely. I idolized Madness, Ceasefire Don't Smoke the brothers and sisters, Al Malik Farrakhan.
Man.
CEO. Those guys opened my eyes to give back to the farm. So nobody can tell you I do more with nothing than millionaires
do with something.
Do with a lot.
Wow.
I'll take that to the bank. I'll take that to the bank.
So Miles,
I've called on them. I ain't gonna call no names to do shit for me. You know what they say?
What?
Nothing. You don't hear from them.
Right.
So big thanks to John Wall, Karan Butler, Gil Arenas, everybody that did something to help me give back. They're not even from here.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me, Mike? They not from here.
Baby boy.
They not from here.
Yeah.
Jared Jack, love Jared Jack to death.
Mm-hmm.
Love Jared Jack to death. Called Jared Jack about a project. Jared Jack, can you help? Boo woo. He said, man, these are his words. He said, man, we got 50 motherfuckers from D.C. in the league. 40 of them played in your league.
Wow.
What?
He said, man, if I'm gonna get on the horn, and if I can get them to give this, there's your budget.
Right.
I was trying to get a budget for the documentary.
Uh-huh.
Guess who gave?
Who?
Jared Jack.
Jared Jack. I figured that.
Wow.
That's good, man.
I mean, he reached out to millionaires that played in the league.
Right.
That's from here.
Wow.
I ain't asking you for no money to go buy me no car.
Right.
But Miles.
My own motherfucking money.
So
Jared Jack
go
was
ahead.
the only one that pitched in to where I got the equipment and all of that shit.
Wow.
No other homie millionaire alums.
Wow.
Nobody from the area.
Zero.
See, that's a shame, man. That's a shame.
But for this show, Miles, we gotta thank you, man, because I'm telling
No doubt,
you
man.
so much, man, and I appreciate you taking the time with us to share that information. But I want to switch the gears right quick, Miles. I gotta ask you. You kind of touched on it, but dude, your MC style. Where did your style? Is there any? Where did it come from? Did you get something from Petey Green, or did you? Where's your style? Your style is
my style is my style.
That's it.
I bullshit you not. I didn't sit and listen to Mike Graham commentate games and steal his shit. If you listen to my shit, it's my shit. My style is my style.
But you must have a favorite comedian, because I'm telling you, had
Bernie Mac is my favorite comedian.
Okay.
Well, I swear to God,
my jokes come back from my neighborhood. I get the jokes from the coming up in the farms.
Yes.
If you ain't had no Jonas skills,
Jordan.
Yeah, if you ain't had no Jonas skills, it's gonna be a bad day for you.
Oh, it's gonna be bad. Yeah,
because
your self-esteem was in trouble.
If you thought you was that guy stepping out and you got around them motherfucking wolves,
right?
And they would light your ass up.
Yeah.
So you had to have Jonas skills.
Yeah. So look. So I'm coming up, man, and I'm growing fast, right? So and I come from meager means. My mother, I got maybe a couple pair of pants and one pair of dress shoes on Sunday, and a pair of Chuck Taylor $8.88 Chuck Taylors with a hole in the bottom, right? So my pants, my pants started to have high waters, man. And mother started joning. This is elementary. Mother said, Bob, if your shoes on fire, your pants would know it. I mean, these motherfuckers. Then the mother one day, the mother said, Bob, would you put some sugar in your shoes? So I thought he trying to call me gay, right? I said, what? He said, yeah, put some sugar in your shoes so you can sweet talk your pants down. And that's why I talk so much shit today, Miles. I had to learn how to Joan and come back.
Real quick. My pants used to be high waters, but in the house, I had to have them down.
Right.
They had to be high waters. When we got out in the alley with the fellas to meet to walk up to Bernie or up to Douglas, we used to cuff them like LL.
Right.
Pull them up.
Right.
Like LL, right?
Right.
And then you good, because that was the style.
Right.
One day I forgot to pull my shit down before I got in the house. What?
What happened?
What?
He should have did.
Man, I ain't never pulled my shit up no more.
Look, hey, Miles, I'm wanting to remember Nehru that had like a preacher collar that was out in the 70s. I wanted one so bad my mother couldn't afford it. She cleaned government buildings at night. Man, I said, Mom, I wanted. Finally, she got me one, right? And I'm in 6th grade. I'm pimping up, man, in school. I'm thinking, man, these mothers started joning. They called me Sammy Davis Jr. Here come the candy man. I didn't understand, but this what happened. she took so long to get it to me, it was out of style.
My days of Douglas Junior High, the coach wanted us to have Chuck Taylors.
Yes.
So we all tried out for the team. I made the team, and he say, everybody got to buy a pair of Chucks. I already know I'm cut. I'm cut, Mike.
Right.
It's 13 of us.
Right.
So I already know I ain't gonna. I told Coach Mosby, I said, Coach, man, I ain't my mother ain't gonna. I know my mother ain't gonna buy me. And I had the nerve to go ask her.
Right.
Coach said we got to have Chuck Taylors for for the team. So I had a white guy teacher in the elementary, 5th grade teacher. I went, which was in Berry Farm. So I told him the story. This is how I got the Chucks, not from my mother. He says, my brother owns a laundromat. He says, I'll take you, come and get you, take you to the laundromat when the laundromat closed. They pulled the wash machines away from the wall. And he told me, because he must have knew that they've done this before. He said, you go behind them washers and dryers, and whatever you get is yours. No, whatever coins, man, it was quarters for days.
That's how you got your Chucks?
That's how I got my Chuck Taylor.
Get the hell out of
They
here.
pulled the machines away from the wall, and he told me, go behind there, and I'm telling you, it's money behind it, because money missed, I guess, the slot.
Right.
Behind it, man, I did the dryers, when I got through, man, I was sweaty and oily as a motherfucker. But
how much did you get?
I think about $48.
What the
wow.
$48.
Wow.
And I went and got my Chuck Taylors. And then I went to the Woolworth.
Yes.
On Good Hope Road.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all remember Woolworth and Oakbrook.
I don't.
Yes.
On Good Hope Road.
I do.
So I went in there. I got me some sweat socks and some drawers. So I go home
with the Fruit of Looms.
Y'all can put a period on this. I go to Mom. She in the room, and I said, "Mom, I bought me. This is what I said. I bought me some socks and drawers. Right, this beginning of school year.
Right.
Socks and drawers. Shit. Me my ass.
You had to share that.
What?
No, you didn't.
What?
Your drawers.
Socks.
Your brand and the socks.
And drawers. I had shared them with 10 other motherfuckers. Now these ain't yours. So that's when I learned about giving. Wow. I didn't like it back then.
Right.
But that you learn lessons. Once you get older, you learn to appreciate what we had. You know,
that's a hell of a story, Miles.
Yeah, she said no, and I know motherfucking me.
Hey, man,
I used to come, and I used to one more thing. I used to go hustle, gas, cut grass. She used to get mad. She used to say, "You motherfuckers go out here and cut everybody else's grass, and don't cut your own grass."
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I had a little swing blade.
Oh yeah.
I said, man, I'm gonna go. I don't want to hear this shit here no more. So before I go out and get my hustle on, I go out there and swing blade. I had to get about an hour earlier.
You cut the whole grass.
You had to get up. Niggas was on to you. When I was hustling, it was just me. Nobody knew. I'm leaving out the house at 7. My brothers and them still sleep. Right? I done pissed on them, got up, and I'm out hustling. Swing blade, mom's grass, boom, 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 got that out of the way. Now I'm on MLK at the gas station by the record store, right by the bridge, before you turn on Howard Road. I'm at the gas station. I'm pumping gas, 90 going north. I go down the Safeway on Good Old Road, open at 9. I'm down there hustling bags.
And groceries.
Groceries, yeah. From
I remember that.
Safeway all the way up to the motherfucking the museum. Frederick Douglass home for
Frederick
a quarter, Mike.
I remember
2
that.
bags.
For
Get up there, the lady give me a fucking quarter.
You didn't have a wagon?
No, I ain't no fucking wagon. These the bags right here. I get up there, Mike. This is at least $1, I'm thinking.
Right,
I'm
right.
telling y'all some true shit. This is how I learned to give back. I got the bags. I set the bags down. She in her purse. She had more than a quarter in that purse.
Right.
Snap lip.
Yep.
And she reached in that motherfucker, gave me 1 quarter. Now I done missed 4 motherfucking families. I done missed 4 customers.
Right.
Her walking all the way up here to the Frederick Douglass home
man.
for a goddamn quarter.
Oh man.
I go to my buddies and my brothers. They got hip. Man, I'm telling you, I used to take my earnings again, thinking I'm doing the right thing. Take my earnings home. Mom, I made 98, whatever it was. So I remember one day I went in the room and I said, her name Lie Mae, because her name was Lily Mae. I said, can I have $5 in my money so I can go get? Man, what the fuck are you talking about? That money's gone. Remember when you went to the store with the list to get the motherfucking bag of rice and 2 cans of salmon? Yeah, when
that happened to me too.
Refrigerator, there wasn't nothing in there. And you walked up to the Safeway and got that motherfucking bag of rice, 2 cans of salmon, and 3 cans of peas. And stopped by the Highs by number 11 and got her some motherfucking butter pecan.
Not Highs, not the Highs.
I remember
that Highs right there.
Yeah.
That's where my $98 went.
God damn.
They don't know. Hey, these youngsters don't know today, man.
They don't know. Miles, they don't have a clue.
They don't know.
That's why
these kids today don't know. They don't know
what
suffering is like.
So much, man. Because I learned from my folks. From my folks. Like I said, the league has given me a platform to get jokers to play overseas, or even just to display their talents locally. If they even went to play elsewhere, it's and it's still doing it. When the youth movement period, season 29, it was great, one of the best summers. Wow. So I'm really looking forward to season 30.
When does it start? When does the season start?
Yeah, season starts in May. Okay. Season 30 is.
Let me ask you this.
Fire.
Let me ask you this. How long do you think that you're gonna go on with this? Because I mean, you're bringing something to DC, man, that people are expecting. I mean, if you look in the DC events for something for people to do, the Goodman League is there. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming a staple. What people need to see in DC. And now we got a lot of Caucasians coming down to watch these games, which is good.
Mike, when I look on these websites, the Goodman League is a destination. And it's so humbling. Wow. When I go, I just be trolling or whatever the hell they call it. And when I see Goodman League as a destination, and they got directions on how to get to Berry Farm. Wow. You hear me?
Right.
On how to get to Berry
Farm.
Fucking Farm.
Yeah.
So when they decided to start tearing the farms down, they wrote us off. They wrote the farms off. I wasn't having it. We open for business.
Yeah.
May 29th through September. We open.
The same place, the same court, the same
court.
Same place.
Wow.
Yeah, we open for business. So they've like, ain't nobody down there. Bring your ass down here. We open.
That's it.
We open.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So
this thing is still going to go on once they put up all those high-rise buildings and everything.
The way they selling it, Mike, Berry Farm is the Goodman League is a part of their presentation.
There you go.
Now, granted, again, I'm a year to year, day to day, year by year. My focus right now is on season 30 because that's a landmark. That's a landmark year. That's a big deal for me. Because when I started this shit 29 years ago, I had no idea I would be still relevant, getting interviews, phone calls. Special shout out to all the sponsors before we go. Zion Church, Events DC came on after Nike dropped me. They've been spectacular partners. We going to the table to re-up for next year.
Great.
All the local urban wear folks, they know. All Days, We Are One, Shooters, Madness, Hobo, Arion, Museum, We Are One. They know my love. You gotta, in this business, you gotta build relationships.
All about relationships.
If you don't, you're gonna sink. Or you're gonna have some substandard shit. And I refuse to be substandard. I refuse. When they come in them gates, out of town teams, they look around and people that's not even from here, they like Mark Curry, for instance, came down. Red Grant brought him down. He looking around, he said, man, this shit is amazing. We don't have nothing. I think he said he's from Chicago, wherever he's from, St. Louis. We don't have nothing like this in St. Louis. So that humbles me. That humbles me. You know what I mean? And despite of the smoking, the drinking, these motherfuckers go home.
Right. And it's peaceful. It's real. You haven't heard anything in a while that anything has happened
at the end of the day. So I put my hat on it. You don't see no tattoo, but Southeast D.C. Berry Farm right there, Mike.
I know it. Now let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this. What's up with the Redskin room, baby boy? The commander's room that you got at the crib. The commander's room that you got at the crib.
What's that?
The commander's room. I see the room with the commander. You got it all.
That sound like you want to come to the game Sunday, Mike.
Yeah, I sure do.
I think we play Monday night this time around, don't we? Do we play Sunday or Monday?
I can't hear you.
Do we play Sunday or Monday this week?
I don't know. I don't know. I hope it's Sunday.
Mike, any given Sunday, Mike, you my friend.
I'm there. That's all I need to know.
Any given Sunday, Mike.
I was like, man, I seen when the guy was doing it, and I was like, man, he getting this joint laid out.
Any given Sunday, Mike, you're welcome, buddy.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, man.
My man. Yep, my man.
Yeah. All
so
right, man.
Nobody does it like we do it, Mike, in the game.
I know that, man, and trust me, I know you do it at the top of the list, baby.
Yeah,
I know you do it.
Nobody in this town
can cut it right here because we've been on here. You said you only had an hour for me, but I'm glad you did an hour. I'm glad you did the 90 minutes, baby.
I knew we were going to do 90 minutes.
I'm glad you did.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
No, I appreciate you, Miles. You're a legend, man.
Love, appreciate you. Nice to meet you, Bobby.
Pleasure to meet you, Miles.
My man, and trust me, I'm going to have you back on here soon. And I got a surprise for everybody. I got a surprise for you, Clarence Green, and one more other person that y'all going to be surprised once y'all see it. You understand? Because y'all been a part of my life, man. And people need to know that, and they going to know that.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Miles.
My God.
All right.
Peace be with you, man.
All right, man. Love you, man. We gone, man.
Love you too, baby.
Peace.
That's a wrap on this episode of The Michael Graham Show. Big thanks to our guests, and bigger thanks to you for listening. If it hit home, share it. If it made you think, talk about it. Because change starts with conversation. Catch Michael next time. Same truth, same energy, same mission. Till then, stay loud, stay real, and stay connected.